Hello, it is Friday, July 15th, 2022. I'm Chris Remo, and welcome back to the New York Times Crossword Daily Solve. It is a Friday puzzle today, so the first of two themeless puzzles for the week, and possibly something fairly tricky in terms of the cluing. We'll have to see how that goes. This possibly tricky edition of the Daily Solve has been brought to us by Henrik Koskinen, Camtron, and, as always, the inestimable Hood Monster, the invaluable Timothy Mark, the inimitable Connor O'Neill, and the infallible Cynthia Toms. So thank you so much to the six of them, benefactors of the Daily Solve Patreon campaign, for directly supporting this channel. And if you'd like to do that as well as a benefactor and get the Daily Solve Let's Check the Crosses mug, you can find that at patreon.com/dailysolve. And at any level, you can get access to all of the bonus videos that have gone up on the channel to date and the new ones that go up each week. So today I am due to record the next edition of the weekly speed solve, the mini puzzle speed solve, where I do the last 7 days of New York Times mini crosswords, and then we'll see what else is in store for the bonus solves in the near future. If, by the way, you are a patron and you have suggestions of what you'd like to see me solve, you can leave those in a note on a Patreon post or on the YouTube comments of any of the Patreon videos, or send me a tweet or whatever. Oh yeah, the Twitter account, I suppose I rarely mention that anymore, is The Daily Solve, at The Daily Solve. And you can also join the Daily Solve Discord chat server in the link in the description field underneath the video. Finally, thanks to everybody who's subscribed to the channel. Please do so if you feel so inclined, and maybe YouTube will suggest this to more people. Perhaps you are one of the people to whom YouTube suggested this channel. And then you could become a subscriber yourself and, I don't know, propagate that same process. Anyway, what am I talking about? Let's get on to the puzzle. This, as stated, is a themeless Friday puzzle. It was constructed by Matthew Stock and Nam Jin Yoon, each of whom have constructed a reasonably sized handful of puzzles apiece. Don't think they've ever collaborated with one another, and it was edited, as always, by Will Shorts. So let's start solving. 1976's Don't Go Breaking My Heart, or 2018's Shallow. I don't know. I mean, these are obviously songs, but I don't know what is common between them. What might elicit an oh snap? I don't know, a barb or something. I don't know, some sort of gotcha, not sure. Wear out could be tire, maybe. Necklines are wine choice. This doesn't look very right. Wear out, I don't know, flag or just not sure. Fighting sport for short. MMA, mixed martial arts, maybe. Tiny pest. Boy, I'm just not sure about these. These all feel like relatively ambiguous clues that could have several answers. And that's usually what's tricky about the late week themeless puzzles. You tend to get more ambiguity like that. Relatively new addition to Thanksgiving. Relatively new addition to Thanksgiving. Does the question mark mean relatively means a family member, something like that? Corporate carrot. In the sense of carrot and stick, so carrot as positive motivation. A bonus or something like that. The NBA's Curry, familiarly. Amazingly, I think the first thing I'm going to confidently put into the grid is a sports answer, because I do recognize the name Steph Curry, famously of the Golden State Warriors. And I remember living in San Francisco when he really rose to fame. Okay, what might elicit an oh snap? Right, okay. A diss, maybe? There we go. That looks a little bit better than barb. A little bit more specific, and it fits the cross. So, hymnal preposition. Hymnal preposition. Unto is in unto you. Maybe? Seems like the kind of word that would be in a hymn. Just feels sort of right, but I'm not sure. Campus choices. Campus choices. I mean, there's so many different things that could be, aren't there? I mean, in terms of just things one might choose on a campus or at a university. With 44 down, the bubble and bubble tea. Tapioca. Tapioca sphere? It's too many letters. Tapioca ball is too few letters. Boy, I don't know, actually. What about this? Maybe I should delete unto. I'm not certain about that. Regular party goer. And clan emblems. Tartans or... I was thinking Scottish clans. What else could it be? Totems, maybe? Does that work? Blank Amant, Louis Malle film. I mean, it could just be Les Amants. I mean, that would be just the definite article, but I don't know. I don't think I know the film. What about this? Nimini Pimini. This crossword is just descending into complete balderdash. What is this? Nimini Pimini. I have never seen that before. Does it just mean total rot or nonsense? Is that what it means? I don't know. So did we get everything? Looks like you could start with that or what? Oh, a relatively new addition to Thanksgiving, an in-law, a new relative, a relative by marriage, an in-law. There we go. So let's just start with what? So did we get everything? What's left or what is something like that? They're put in quotes. And regular party goer, a serial something? Something that's regular, it happens serially. Hymnal preposition. Oh. Let's see. If this were still a you. Not sure. This is not going well. Maybe I should move on. I'm falling into this trap of just digging into the clues I've already read. Funny business comedy? I mean, is it that straightforward? I mean, cross could be angry. I guess it could be, yeah. And fighting sport could be MMA. This could all be wrong and coincidentally working, but who knows? One might be measured in pounds. And crazy party, a rager perhaps? Responded to a cattle call. Oh, mood, maybe. Literally cattle call, the sound cattle make. And a tiny pest. Oh, a midge, right? Yes, I didn't come to mind before. Okay. Oh, one might be measured in pounds. A stray dog or oops, it's not stray, it doesn't fit, but I think this might literally mean dog pounds, a location as opposed to the unit of measurement. So one might be measured in pounds. And join forces. And know the opposite. Wear out. Corporate carrot. Yeah, I'm just not sure offhand. Let's keep looking. Bit of dancewear. A shoe? A dancing shoe? Seems a little vague. Awe-inspiring looks like cute. So awe, A-W-W rather than A-W-E. So the sound, that's cute. A tutu. That's a much better fit than shoe. Join forces. Team up. There we go. Corporate carrot. Oh, a promotion is a corporate carrot. That's a potential positive motivation. And nimini pimini. I just don't know what this is. Prom? Is that somehow it? Plum? Perm? That seems the least likely. Let's see. Necklines. Wine choice. Company that patented the combination cup holder and armrest. GMC, the truck manufacturer, maybe? Wear out. Don't know. Sorry, I'm getting very distracted. Let's just keep going through the puzzle. Be as good as somebody. To be as good as somebody is to match them or to stick in one's mouth. A pick, some kind of... Oh, a toothpick, right, yes. Oops, Can't seem to type. There we go, toothpick. And absolutely no more than 5, say, would be to a T. It's a little bit of a, that's not a great match, I don't think. It may come from the hills. And sizable insize. Oh, so it's tooth, right? I don't know. I don't know the names of the teeth other than the famous ones like canine and molar and things like that. Signed and sealed but not delivered. In the mail? There we go. Mind, and when repeated, a dance move. Oh, is it the nay-nay? That has come up in the crossword before, actually. From what, the 2010s, I guess? Janitor's janglers would be keys, a big ring of keys. And give another go would be retry. If you mind, you care. I don't mind, I don't care, you could say, for the opposite. And national park with Devil's Garden. Oh, Arches is a national park in the U.S., so that could be the answer. Not familiar with Devil's Garden offhand, but it seems like that might be right. And desserts once known as petite duchesses. Eclairs, which I wasn't familiar with petite duchesses as another name for eclairs, if indeed that is the answer. It might not be eclairs. Eclair, I think, refers to a lightning bolt in French, actually. I think. I could be wrong about that. In addition to the pastry, I mean. Submissive, docile. There we go. And something seen in a knee MRI. Oh, is that the ACL? The famously gets, torn or injured and causes sports injuries. Like many mosques are domed. Many mosques have domes. And if something is, I see. If somebody is short, you owe money. So is short owes money. And some early January sporting events, bowl games. There we go. Hear about the, Rose Bowl, that sort of thing. What is this? Know the opposite. Your other right. That's a funny clue. So you say turn right, and then they start to turn left, I guess. And you say, oh, your other right. I guess is it the sort of, is it the person making the request who's thought to usually be wrong in this case, or is it the person responding to the request? I guess it could work either way. It's either way would be a slightly different, slant of whom the joke is on, but it would work. Anyway, friendly start to a group email. Hi all, you might say at the beginning of an email. And island east of Corsica is Elba, the island to which Napoleon was exiled. And a band of people could be a tribe, and a host of people could be a slew of them. So not host in this case as in invite somebody over, rather, but a host as in a large number. And a side dish that's uncooked is slaw, as in coleslaw. Okay, so let's see. Early morning caller. A bird? Is that as straightforward as that? Actress Beverly of 1989's Lean on Me. I've actually never seen Lean on Me. And I don't think I know this actress. Bruno to Mirabelle in Disney's Encanto. I actually didn't see Encanto either. So we've got two screen works I have not seen crossing one another. Okay, warped fabric, it said. Time, the fabric of time or something? I'm not sure. Bruno to Mirabelle. Bruno could be a Tio, an uncle, maybe. Bruno could be Mirabelle's uncle, possibly. It would fit with a T if that were time in 3 letters, and it would be Spanish, which seems appropriate. So Beverly Todd, maybe. And utter disasters. Oh, fires. A tire fire, maybe? Or it could be. You hear people say that sometimes. Does that work with here? Maybe not. Fencing needs looks like épées, the fencing swords. And thick tortilla, that's the national dish of El Salvador. Oh, I'm not sure offhand. I wonder if I'll recognize that. We'll have to see. Buck of baseball. I wonder if épées is wrong. 100 disasters. Show that opens with an iconic crane shot in brief. Well, if you see any show in the New York Times crossword in 3 letters, I'm sort of inclined to believe it's SNL. And even if épées is wrong, it is still plural, so it will probably end with an S. So, which makes SNL all the more likely. So that's probably the case. A crane shot being a shot in which the camera is affixed to a crane so that it can dramatically rise or fall. Usually rise. Removed from the top of one's profile as a tweet. Oh, wow. What a funny, incredibly specific reference for the crossword. So I think that's to unpin a tweet. Twitter has a feature by which you can permanently affix one particular post to the top of your profile by pinning it, I guess. I actually didn't remember it was called pinning, but it must be here. And to remove it would be to unpin it. An incredibly specific bit of jargon. Buck O'Neill I've heard of. A couple of ways to spell that. I wonder if that's who it is. And warped fabric, it's said. Oh, space-time. Yes, actually, you do see that. You do see demonstrations of the kind of fabric of space-time with, a ball, sort of ball positioned on it to kind of indicate gravity wells and things like that. I think that must be the answer. Fencing needs. Okay. Oh, I wonder if this is fencing, not as in the sport, but as fencing, fence posts, for instance, as in fencing in one's property. Okay, so utter disasters could be tire fires, and then C4 down. Oh, tapioca pearl. Of course, that is what that's called in milk tea and boba tea, in the bubble and bubble tea. Yeah. Okay, so that's is it Korean in origin or Taiwanese? I can't remember. In any case, thick tortilla, that's the national dish of El Salvador. Oh, I do know what this is, and I've had them plenty of times, but now I just can't bring it to mind, which is infuriating. Oh, that is frustrating. That is just so frustrating. Streaming channel, question mark. So that suggests it's not the brand name of a particular television streaming service, but it's going to be something else, like a channel of water that streams, but I don't know what it is offhand. What about this? What have we not seen? Sibling of soul in Roman myth. What else have we not seen? I'm sure there are other clues I've not seen yet. To be as good as what some films don't do well. Some films don't end well. There we go. See, that's why you should look for the things you've not seen. Drink with an onomatopoeic name. So, in other words, a name that produces onomatopoeia, which is the sort of, it's when the words themselves echo the sound of something that exists. And what would that be? Their customers lie for them. Therapists, maybe, or something? You lie down and doesn't fit. I'm not sure what that is, but it probably ends in an S. Absolutely no more than that. I think that's the doorbell. I need to go run and get that. I'll pause the timer for a moment and be right back. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. And let's return to the puzzle. So, absolutely no more than that. This feels like it should be very straightforward, and I just can't bring it to mind. It could be tops. Like you say, I'll spend, I don't know, 10, 50, 11 tops. And that was a bizarre example, but anyway. It may come from the hills, or metal ore, or what have you. And sizable incisor. Now this I'm still not sure about. I assume this is a tooth. Drink with an onomatopoeic name. A Slurpee literally sounds... Is that true, though? Is slurp actually... Is that onomatopoeic? Is that word is intended to sound like the sound of slurping? I don't really buy that. I think this is probably the answer, but I'm not quite sure I agree with the clue. Let's see if we can get anything from the crosses. Sizable incisor. I still don't know what that is. And sibling of soul in Roman myth. I'm annoyed that I can't bring that to mind either. Is it? I'm just not sure offhand. What about this? So did we get everything? Oh, is this a kind of funny little counterpart to your other right? It ends with left. I think we have a tiny little, just an absolute little sort of themelet, just a hint of a theme in our themeless puzzle. So did we get everything? What else is left? There we go. All right, that's funny. And their customers lie for them. English four-wheeler. A pram? Oh, maybe this isn't end. Maybe this is pram, and some films don't age well, which is just as plausible linguistically as end well. So this could be a pram, a sort of baby buggy. Pram for perambulator, the contraction of perambulator. I wonder if that's what that is. A funny way to call it a four-wheeler, but I think that might be the answer. And they're put in quotes. Oh, prices. You could quote a price. And sorry, just to clarify, when this says English four-wheeler, English means in England as opposed to just the English language more broadly. So it's referring to British English in particular. Pram. You hear that more here in the UK than you do in the US for a baby buggy. Or whatever. What do you call that in the US anyway? Why can't I bring it to mind? It's a... Oh no! Why do I keep going blank today? That is absolutely infuriating. Maybe it is just a baby buggy. Maybe I already said it. Anyway, to be as good as someone or something is to, I don't know, European capital known for its Art Nouveau architecture. Yeah. Is it Riga? I don't think I knew that architecturally. Oh, to be as good as someone is to rival them. There we go. That looks right. And campus choices are electives. They're classes you take out of personal interest rather than necessity. Oh, 1976, Don't Go Breaking My Heart, or 2018's Shallow, or duets. There we go. So this is an or clue, by the way. So it says, Don't Go Breaking My Heart or Shallow. So we're only referring to either one of the two of them. So it's a singular answer. So it's a duet, single duet. And a hymnal preposition, all right, unto, which I think was my first guess. And a regular partygoer is a socialite. Here we go. The puzzle is finally collapsing under the weight of the fill we have entered so far. So, necklines are what? I said this puzzle's collapsing and then immediately hit a wall. Wine choice. Oh, rosé. There we go. That was actually a very straightforward one, and I just didn't come to mind. Company that patented the combination cup holder and armrest. Wear out. Fray, as in nerves, frayed nerves, worn out nerves. Necklines. This doesn't really look very good. Oh, a rescue dog might be measured in pounds. So this does look like GMC, doesn't it? Wear out. Orgy doesn't look very correct. Maybe this isn't GMC. Is it DMC? That's DeLorean, isn't it? The DeLorean Motor Company? Frets on a guitar. Oh, it is Fray. So it's AMC. So what is AMC? I kind of recognize that as a car make, but I can't think what it stands for. Oh, no, it's not. It isn't. Sorry. Is it the movie theater chain? Boy, I really thought this was going to be, I really, really thought this was going to be an auto manufacturer, but it's not. It's the American movie. I was going to say something that sounded like it stands for AMC, but I just meant a cinema chain in the United States. So there we go. I can say that without using these letters. AMC, right. That's funny. So, okay, there we go. It wasn't on the right track with that at all. Anyway, what else can we do? Oh, masseuses. Their customers lie for them. Massage artists, masseuses. And sizable incisor is, a tusk. Oh, okay. No wonder I didn't get to that. I was thinking of what you'd call a human's teeth. Okay, sibling of Sol in Roman myth. Luca? Modern meeting invite. A link. Oh, Luna. This is pupusa, thick tortilla that's a national dish of El Salvador. And modern meeting invite is a link. And a streaming channel is a sluice, right? So it was liquid literally streaming down a channel, sluice. And buck of baseball, so we've disambiguated how to spell this, and it's an I, and there it is. So that required quite a bit of puzzling through, I must say. Let's admire your puzzle. Our puzzle. Yes, so I had to use a lot of inference and build on words we had in the grid in order to infer things about others. I guess I just said inference twice, but it's quite a different solving sensation to yesterday's puzzle, which to memory was pretty smooth with a couple of tough little spots, but pretty much went through and entered things in the grid as I found them. Whereas in this puzzle, there was quite a lot of ambiguity. Lots of things that could have been many things. I mean, wear out, like I said, could have been tire or flag or, I don't know, doze. I mean, that wouldn't really work, but you see what I mean. There are quite a few four-letter words that until you have enough crosses to be very confident about that, the possibility space is just quite large. Yeah, there are quite a few answers like that, and that's I think of that as a relatively common defining characteristic of themeless puzzles, the late week themeless puzzles. Anyway, yeah, interesting. It was a tough one. Had to do a lot of step-by-step puzzling work to really get these cells knocked down. Let me know how you fared with this. Oh, and we did have this fun little, absolutely sort of micro theme. Maybe it's even sub mini, but a micro theme with what else is left and your other right. Just and in fact on the proper sides of the grid, so the right side and the left side of the grid, respectively. I wouldn't be surprised if each of these is a debut for that particular answer in the New York Times crossword. These long phrases, that is often the case. Anyway, that's that. Let's move on to a few clues from yesterday's puzzle. How about that? What do we have? Bradley, oh, this is embarrassing. Bradley says, for the second time since I started watching this series, you described and pantomimed castanets while describing maracas. Yes, sorry. So, which one was in the puzzle yesterday? I think maracas were in the clue, were in the puzzle yesterday. So I made the sound. I described and, as he said, mimed castanets, which are those little clicking instruments. Indeed, what was actually in the puzzle was maracas. Sorry, I don't know why I keep doing that. Maracas are they're shakers. They're kind of they have sort of a stalk handle and then a bulbous end with dried beans or something like that inside, and they make a shake sound. So they're both percussive. They're both simple percussive instruments that are used in somewhat similar purposes, but they do have a different sound. They're functionally very different. They look different. So I need to stop making that mistake. Very sorry about that, and thank you for correcting me. Michelle McBride Charpentier replied to say, when something is explained, there's a 50-50 chance the wrong answer becomes even more entrenched in Chris's mind, and that's why we love him. I think there's probably something to that. Yeah, what a disaster. Anyway, speaking of Michelle McBride Charpentier, he replied with another, not replied, but posted additionally to say, a rebus of 2 doesn't validate. So this refers to the revealer in the puzzle in the southeast corner of the grid that had H2O with the number 2 in one cell, the actual character of 2 glyph. And I wondered aloud, could you type TWO in a rebus? And Michelle says, a rebus of 2 doesn't validate. It'd be a little sloppy if it did, because the number 2 can mean 2 TO in written shorthand, but TWO would never mean TO2, and the revealer wouldn't make any sense. Yep, that's a very good point. I was just thinking about the H2O part and not about the meaning of an H turning into an O, H2O. So yes, that wouldn't really make any sense with TWO. So good point. And a few other people commented on that as well to confirm. All right, Apologies if I missed anything else. Those were the 2 comments I had pulled out to correct myself from yesterday's puzzle. And that's it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. That was a bit of it was an interesting Friday puzzle. It was tricky in the sense that it gave me resistance throughout, but it wasn't brutally difficult, and it didn't trip me up for an extended period of time. So I guess that's what you want from a Friday puzzle, a bit of resistance, but not something totally brutal. Anyway, I will be back tomorrow for the Saturday puzzle, the second of 2 themeless puzzles for the week. I hope you join me, and until that point, please do have an excellent remainder of your Thursday. No, sorry, tomorrow's Saturday, today's Friday. Please join me for the Saturday puzzle, and until that point, have an excellent remainder of your Friday. Take care.